What is up, everybody? My name is Neil. I am the founder of Polynet, and in this video, I want to go over the thesis of this platform. So there's 5 main points. We're going to talk about who is this for, why did I start Polynet, when did I start Polynet, what was the reason, what is it actually solving, how are we solving those problems, and then I'm going to talk about why now is the best time to build on something like Polynet versus any other platform that's out there. So starting off, who is Polynet for? Well, Polynet is really built for myself. And I have been for a long time in the agency industry, the consulting and coaching industry, selling information or selling services online. And it's also for anybody who just wants to start a business, selling some form of expertise, selling a service, selling a real product that actually executes for people online. And that's who this is really for. If you're a coach, a consultant, an expert, or somebody who has some form of a course or a program that you used to sell, and you're finding out that it's a bit harder to sell than it used to be because we're kind of going towards this thing called the trust economy, where you have to have real deliverables now. It's hard to sell just consulting. It's hard to sell just information. It's hard to sell any type of courses or digital products that don't have a done-for-you service attached to them. People buy lots of software now, lots of AI. People spend lots of money on AI, but they don't buy coaching or information or consulting as much as they used to anymore. And it's because of market sophistication. It's because of people not having trust. They've been burnt too many times, but the one thing that's very reliable is the AI agent that can just do it consistently over time, right? So anybody who is an expert, consultant, a coach, or an agency owner, and you want to automate a lot of your service delivery and have a real product trained on your expertise that you can actually sell, this is a product for you. Or if you're just somebody who wants to start out in business and you're looking for a platform that's very powerful to give you a leg up on the competition, again, this video is for you. So, why was Polynet started? Well, again, like I mentioned, I built this for me. And 4 years ago is really the birth of the idea of Polynet. And I was running my marketing agency, and then I was running a consulting business for marketing. And I realized that this big AI thing was happening. And I dug really deep into it. And I realized at the time, fortunately, just how big this was about to be. A few years later, here we are, and it has made a lot of progress. It's actually a pretty big thing. And I think it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It seems to be obvious at this point, right? So this AI thing is very big. I realized back in the day, 4 years ago, that it was going to be quite big. Back then, it was nothing. It was laughable to think it would be this big. But here we are, and it's eating the world slowly. So I discovered what was about to happen with AI, and I realized that my consulting business at the time was about to get steamrolled, right? I could already tell certain things in the market from being in the market for so long that people weren't buying my types of services as much as they used to. The trust economy was already starting. A trust was kind of at an all-time low. People weren't really buying my services as frequently as they used to, and you could feel it. You could feel it. You might be knowing what I'm talking about if you're in this industry. You can literally feel that in the market. And now we're kind of at the tipping point where people don't really buy consulting. They don't really buy these information-based products. They buy outcomes now. They buy services. They buy infrastructure. They buy AI and software. And software has gotten to a point with AI where it can actually deliver on human-based services. Instead of humans delivering it, AI can start to deliver it, right? So realizing this 4 years ago, I realized I need to build a platform that enables myself to be able to deliver the services in a way that makes me competitive with the market. Otherwise, I'm going to be obsolete. And that is what birthed Polynet. So I built the solution that I wish I had. And really what we do at Polynet is we give builders a real product and a real system that actually gives people infrastructure to sell to clients, right? Not just a community, not just a place where people sit and talk to each other. It's not just a forum. It is an execution environment. Basically, the way you should think about it is you onboard into Polynet. We train the AI, your AI, on all of your course material, all of your knowledge, all of your workflows, all of your calls, everything. that workflow, all of your knowledge is now instilled into the AI. Your process is instilled into the AI. And now it can actually start to execute on behalf of every single one of your members at scale. Now, you're not just selling information that is air. You're not selling do-it-yourself information or done-with-you consulting. You're selling done-for-you services with your same consulting on top to augment the actual done-for-you performance of the AI. And the AI is going to get better over time. And eventually, it'll be amazing at delivering these services, right? So really, we give you an actual system to sell, an actual product that you can use to sell your services. And now you don't just do done-with-you services. You don't just have DIY courses, do-it-yourself courses. You have done-for-you services that you can also augment with your done-with-you consulting. And that is why this is so valuable. So really what Polynet does is we host your communities, we host your clients, we host your members, we also host your AI agents or your team, all within one simple location. And we allow you to host these things and add a paywall and then sell access to your new trained AI and your infrastructure that actually delivers outcomes and not just done with you consulting or do it yourself courses. We have that too, but we also have done for you outcomes that the AI agent actually executes completely on your behalf at scale across every single member in your community simultaneously. This has not existed before. There is no platform, no community platform that has something like this. So this is what we do. Cool. So how does Polynet actually solve these problems? Well, as we mentioned, step one is we train an AI on your workflows, your knowledge, your data, your calls, your program, your courses. And then from there, you onboard your clients. And then it's as simple as setting up the workflow and delivering that AI agent workflow at scale across your entire community. It's that simple, right? So why now? Why now? Well, trust is at an all-time low. We are literally in the trust economy. It used to be the attention economy, and it kind of still is because you have to get attention first so that you could bridge trust and make the sale. But trust is at an all-time low, and trust is the most important thing. And people aren't buying just consulting anymore. They're not buying just courses anymore. They want done-for-you solutions. They want to buy infrastructure. They want to buy AI. That's what people are really spending all their money on is AI right now. And those are the things that actually execute and get outcomes for people. And that's what they want. They never bought your consulting. They never bought your program. They never bought your courses. They wanted outcomes. And whatever you can do to deliver that outcome is what you must do as an entrepreneur to actually fulfill the results that you promise. And unless you are competing on the frontier and you're using the most advanced stuff to be able to deliver those promises, you just cannot compete. And that is what we're trying to solve, is allow everybody to compete at the highest levels, which makes you more money, your clients better results, and everything grows over time because of that. So it's not enough just to sell coaching. It's not enough just to sell consulting or information-based products. You need to sell something that delivers outcomes, not air. And on top of that, community is the number one way to breed trust, which is why Polynet is a community platform. So if we jump in the app here, you can see it's something that's not alien. It's something that you're probably quite familiar with. You have on the left side, you have your basic channels, you have your resources page where you can actually see different courses or materials and stuff like that. This is all the normal stuff. This is the done for you, or excuse me, these are the done with you types of mechanisms right here. You have your chat where you can actually communicate with your members. You have your resources that's very do-it-yourself implementation. And then you also have events where you can have some done with you consulting, right? So this is a standard model in the industry. Done with you consulting, do-it-yourself courses. Well, Neil, where is the do-it-for-you agent? Well, here, down at the bottom right corner, you can start to see that this is where the agent actually lives. The person can come over here and ask any question about this community. Tell me about Polynet. And now this agent has access to all of the information in my courses, in my materials, in the community, any of the chats, anything that happens in my community within any of these tabs, any of the resources pages, any of the events, any of the calls. All of it gets fed into the knowledge of the agent, and the agent can tell me anything and everything that's happening anywhere ever, right? And this is step one. This is V1 of Polynet. V2 is all about execution, 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 execution. So V1 is augmented AI consulting. You have the agent that can do things right here. The next phase of Polynet is going to be massive. So stay tuned. V1 of Polynet is here. V1 of Polynet is live. If this is a vision and a platform that you're interested in and you see where this is going, go ahead and join. There's a link in the description below to join Polynet, and basically treat me as your full-time dev, because I'm going to be building the best platform in the community space, in the consulting space, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Peace.